Evening, guys. How you doing? I'm just trying to get in touch with Dale. He's going to be me worm. I don't know if there's something up on my phone or his phone, but we're having trouble getting in touch with each other. Right, who have we got in? Ruben said he can't make it tonight. Doug, I think, might be popping in later. Hiya, Donna. Christine, Michael, Jay, John N. Oh, there he is. Hiya. There we are. Grand. I'm just saying hello to everybody. David's in. Christine, Michael. I think that's about it for the moment. Grand. Right then. I'm keeping it fairly basic tonight. I popped in tonight because Rich isn't feeling that good, so I said I'd come in. At least people have got something to watch on a Tuesday night. So I've got a piece of ash on the lathe, 12 inches diameter by about 4 inches deep. So we're just going to do a basic bowl. I might do some texturing. I might put some embellishing waxes. I might even colour it. Who can tell? One of them things. Right, I'll just stick a different camera on. The machine is working fine, Dale. I'm just talking to Dale. The machine is working fine. I'm having real problems with OBS. I can't get the cameras to work. Yeah, no bother. Everybody see that okay? Oh, Tracy's in, Evan's in. Evening, guys. Anybody else? Matthew Gallagher's come in. Tom Beers. Oh, Rich, I forgot to say Rich. He popped in earlier on. Right then. So here we are. Turning at around about, once we get it going, just over 700 we're turning at. So I'm just going. I think I said hello to David. Leona's in. Hi, Leona. Andy Harris. Yeah, I said hello to Tracy, I think. Right, we'll just do my usual. Start shaping the bowl. I'm not going to bother rounding it off. It's not that much out of balance. So we'll just start shaping. This is grand. I can turn and look at the monitor at the same time. Oh, Steve's in. Even Steve. Yeah, I said hello to Evan. Nick's in. Evening, Nick. Evening, Jeff. Try a different. Let me know if this camera angle is any better. Or not, as the case may be. Evening, Hopper. Better from this angle. Okay, this angle. Evening, country girl. No, this is just day one, Nick. Oh yeah, day two. I was on with Andy last week. Yeah. Hiya, John. Get my small bore gouge just to get the mortars cleaned out. Don't know if anybody saw, but in East Yorkshire, somebody's selling a very, very old VB36. No, it's not plain. Hey, I can't remember, telling you the truth. It's a very, very early one. I think the serial number is 1007, and basically the 100 doesn't mean anything. It was basically number 7 off the line. Yeah. I can't remember who I was talking to about ball blanks. Might even been yourself the other day, Dale. This piece of ash came off. Hang on, I'm just going to measure something. I bought, I think it was 4 boards of ash, 4 foot long by 12 inches wide, 4 inches thick, air dried. This is one of the blanks I cut off it. Air dried for around about 15 years, and I got that for 70 quid. Evening, Wayne. Mike. Evening, Mike. How are you doing? I don't know what the weather is like where everyone else is, but it's blowing a hoolie here and it's snowing. Yeah. Evening, Fred. Evening, Sydney. There we are. Just a nice basic shape for the bowl. I'll get it sanded. What colours have I got here? That's just checking out what colours I've got. You've already said that. Yeah. In there. This one out. Here we go. Noisy, noisy. Right, so it's been sanded to 240. So I think I'll just do. I'm not going to bother colouring it. I'll just put some texture on there. So I'm going to turn the speed down to around about 500. Evening, Nick. Right, so that's at about 500. And what I'll do, I'll just get some lines on there first, just so I know where I'm going to be doing the texturing. Yeah, just put some in the middle first. Now with the Robert Soapy texturing tool, if you can see that, if we call that 12 o'clock, and then we'll start going around the clock, that's about 1 o'clock, that's about 2 o'clock, that's 3 o'clock. Depending on what pattern you get, it depends on what number of the clock you're going in at. So if I put this in around about 2 o'clock, that's the sort of pattern I'm getting in the bottom there. Now, for the small parts here, I'm not wanting to move the texturing tool. I'm just going to actually place it on there. And I'm using the bevel side, if you can see that. It's basically got a straight side and it's got a bevel side. There's what? Oh, sanding. Right, so I'm going in at 12 o'clock, but I'm going in on an angle just to get some highlights in there. So that's showing the highlights. I need a bit more on the inner one. And I'll turn it over again around about, well, sort of between 1 and 2 o'clock, that one is. And that's the sort of effect we're getting there. Bring the tool rest round, because you're always looking to be at 90 degrees to the workpiece. Now I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going, rather than use the bevel side, I'm going to use the other side. And there's a different effect there. And then I'm going to do a sweep round on this wide bit. And another couple of stationary ones. There we go. Now, if I was to colour, I mean, I have done these before that have been coloured, and they've mainly been inspired by Nick Agar and also Jeff Hornung as well, who's from the Walnut Street Studios over in America. He did a whole series of textured bowls, textured and coloured bowls. There we go. What I might do, once I get some sand and sealer on this, I may well go over the textured areas with some embellishing wax. Not too sure yet, but I'm just going to give this a quick sand just to get rid of all the sticky bits. Give it a brush. I've had one of them, I've put it down where I put it once ago. Oops. Evening, Steve. No, don't like that. Right, we'll stick some sand and sealer on that. Again, I'm using Chestnut spray on cellulose sand and sealer. Oh, good. At least they're enjoying themselves. Right. Right, I'll put some grit on. No, the only thing we're using kitchen roll or paper with this type of thing when you've got texture on there is that you can start leaving loads of paper all over the place. But we will sort that out once it happens. What should I use? Evening, Glenn. See, he does that every time. He's very good at doing that. So I'm using the black Hampshire Sheen embellishing wax. Probably be easy just using my finger for doing this. Grand. Didn't really expect a lot in tonight, to tell you the truth. Just trying to get all the wax into all of the textured areas. Evening, Steve. Go back to using the cloth. I think I'm not getting enough on my fingers. There we go. It looks so bad. He looks absolutely brilliant on camera. And we'll finish it off with some Hampshire Sheen high gloss. Evening, Tom. There's a new, Martin's got a new product coming out. I think a lot of his waxes are now going to be toy and food safe once the old stock runs out. He's outsourced the manufacturing of them now. Now, once I have polished with the high gloss, I am going to have to take a bit of time to try and clean out all the excess wax, because if it gets left in the texture, once it dries, it will turn white. Nice one, Glenn. There we go. That's that done. Let's just turn this keyboard out of the way. That's it, guys. No, Glenn, I haven't. Does it make a difference? Evening, Mountain View. Thank you, Matthew. Thanks, Steve. Much appreciated. What I will do, once I've got the inside turned, I'll be able to get back onto the back and just give that a buff with the buffing wheel. All right, okay, Glenn. Thanks for that. Right, where'd I drop that? Oh, that was the texturing tool I dropped. Okay. Oh, that's a wee smidge off centre there. Smidge, that's a technical term, by the way. That's better. Let's get the speed back up. Here we are, about 700 again. Just want to turn this edge over a wee bit. Yes, Glenn, it is. Just slightly though. Oh yeah, I've seen you use that. Well, it was just one of the gouges falling. That's another reason not to use resin. It stinks. So, funny thing on Facebook earlier on today, Steve Jones put a post on, the master of the skew put a post on, and somebody turned around and told him that he wasn't sharpening his skew properly. Association of American Woodturners, isn't it? AAW. Evening, Andy. Hi, Coach. And here, I thought you just knocked off early, Cuz, just for me. Evening, Steve. Millions to go yet. Sort of connected. skinny side. That's better. Just going to give this gouge a quick sharpen. No bother, cuz. See you soon. There we are. Get that sanded. Need to get some more sanding discs. Well, it's only the 80 grit ones that I need to get. I don't tend to buy sanding discs. What I tend to do is buy the whole or half sheet. This is the Rhino Grip abrasive paper, and then I just cut the sanding discs out of that. Works out cheaper in the long run. I don't know how he is, but he put a photo up on, oh God, I can't remember which bloody website it is now. So I'm not going to texture the inside of this. I'm going to leave it plain. There we are. Sanded the 240. And that way we'll get a nice contrast between the textured outside and the plain inside. Night night, country girl. Hi, Chisky. Back to the Yorkshire grit. Now, again, I've turned the speed down. I'm turning it about 250. Yeah. Yes, you should use a lot more. When you're rubbing the Yorkshire grit in, if you can still see the slurry, it's still working. Turn the speed up a wee bit. Clean piece of paper and carry on working it in. As the Emperor said to the Bishop. Speed up a bit more. There we go. Oh, it's got a nice bit of ripple in this as well. Just down here, you probably can't see it on. Oh, you can. You can't see it on camera anyway. Nice piece of ripple in there. Oh yes, made a mistake last week on live with snapping the screws off. I've made a few mistakes on live. I was doing a Christmas bauble last year and went through the side of that. I was doing a inside out turning. I can't remember if that was the same night, but that went wrong as well. Mind you, I haven't dislocated any fingers yet. Nearly. Again, this was last year, just before I did a live. I was cutting a log of yew on the bandsaw, and it snatched and got caught and jammed a couple of fingers. In fact, yeah, he did. He dislocated a couple of fingers when he was sanding. No, not funny. And I think that's about it, to tell you the truth. So we've got a nice contrast here. We've got the texture on the outside. There's the texture on the outside. And that's had Yorkshire grit, the black embellishing wax and the high gloss wax. and just nice and plain on the inside with a nice bit of ripple going through it there, which adds to it. That isn't green. If that's showing up green on the camera here, it isn't. It must be the lighting. Hi JP, you missed it. So there we go. Right, tomorrow night, it is a fairly short record, that's only just come over an hour. Tomorrow night, oh, hang on, wait, let's change camera. There we go. Right, am I there? Yeah, I'm here. So tomorrow night, I'll be across the other side of the cave. Believe it or not, I'm doing another crotch piece. It's just to give you something to comment about when I'm on live. This is definitely a walnut one, and it's fairly long. So I'm going to, as the actor said to the bishop, so I'm putting it on the VB. So I'll be working on the VB next week. I haven't turned anything on the VB for quite a while. Next week, tomorrow, not next week, tomorrow. Keep on forgetting it's Tuesday. So my cameras and things, these aren't permanently fixed like deals are, so I'll be moving everything across to the other side of the room, so we can have a bit play over there. Okay guys, right, I think that's it for tonight. So like I say, I am back tomorrow night, and I think if everything goes well, I'll be back again on Thursday alongside Steve, doing something. No idea what. He hasn't told us yet. We'll probably just make it. We'll probably just make it up as we go along. Yeah, this week is the Waynathon, and in between all that, I'm getting ready for Storm David coming at the weekend. Oh, joy of joys. So flood barriers will be going up again, no doubt. But anyway, that's for the weekend. Right, one final look. There you go. 12-inch by 4-inch ash, textured on the outside and nice and plain on the inside. So I'll take some photographs. I'll probably not do photographs tonight because the lighting is not very good in the house, obviously because it's dark. So I'll take some photographs in the morning, stick them up on the socials, and hopefully see you tomorrow night. So that's it guys, I'm switching off now. Enjoy the rest of your evening.